And we're back with Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. What sort of crazy adventure awaits us this time? The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Tamaka. Why are they all appearing in front of me? Will I really be happy spending each and every day after school in the Literature Club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow close to one of these girls. Well, we saw what happened with Sayuri, unfortunately. Let's start with that poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Ah, fuck it, why not? Things I like about what I don't understand. I don't understand. And now there's only 2 of them left. Well, seeing how this game is taking a dark turn, let's try to make the poem as dark as possible. Let's start with lust and dark and unrequited and atone and let's see, I guess forgive. Okay, went with forgive and suicide, because that was apparently a thing that happened. And I guess we'll go with Papa. Oh, Papa. It's just like, oh my gosh. The Tsundere was all happy with Papa. Graveyard. Okay, and what else do we have here? Horror. And what else are we going to? Broken. And let's throw a strawberry in there. And agonizing. It was an agonizing strawberry, and it was terrible because she was ambushed by a monster in her nightgown, and that apparently made the tsundere happy, with me just messing around. Destiny. Okay, that worked. What is philosophy? Okay, that was the one that she wanted. That was the one for Yuri. Anger. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. The tsundere liking anger. That makes sense. Which one am I gonna go with next? Grief. Oh yay, Yuri's happy. Yes. Grief. Depression. Oh yay, depression makes me happy. That's fucked up. Unstable. Okay, lovely. Misfortune. Wow. Got a lot of Yuri words in there. Hi again, crazed maniac. I'm Monica. Do you like the way my skirt's fluttering in the wind? Haha. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Maybe it was strange for me. Well, I'm back to the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh my gosh. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tresmer. I wasn't too overwhelming. You have a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh my god, she just materialized in front of us. Ha! Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh wow, and now she appears in front of the text. Natsuki apparently has a big mouth, so it keeps the manga section of the room. Monica! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Natsuki is defeated, plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, crazed maniac. Make sure to put your comfort first, right? Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointing glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not it, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you want me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all. She's vice president now? Wow, that was fast. That I should help you get started on something you might like. Reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Everyone's settled in. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. What are you doing in the closet? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks me another glance, and our eyes meet for a split second. Oh, that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I'm aware of this since I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Uh-huh. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. How can you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What story about it? Well, look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Oh, cool, a Russian. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Holy shit. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. Oh, wow. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Wow, this is some truly horrifying shit right here. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Well, yeah, what would you expect? She likes a lot of dark things. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Well, not everybody is worthless. But the world is full of a lot of horrible people. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize, I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly, oh my gosh, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry I end up saying something strange, and please stop me to start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. Ooh, the game is operating slower now. What the fuck's going on? I think it's part of the software. There, now it's picking up again. Now the text is faster. What the fuck's going on here? That's true. In fact, I might as well start reading it right now. Yes. Ooh, what was that? She looked like a hint of yandere there in red and black. That was interesting. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. Just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your love. What the fuck did that say? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry, I mean, I'm all blushy. Slide my desk until it's up against yours, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Take the host side of the thumb and forefinger. Just stand with my right arm, right side of the book. Oh, we're here again. But in holding it like this, we're held even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got distracted by a pretty girl, bro. That's normal. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if she's ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finishing the pages before me, so I turn it of my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Oh, she's blushing, kind of freaking out. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says on all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry, thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. Yeah, she's getting nervous. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. You're feeling right? Yuri's been a bit fidgety since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is low. My breathing... Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Mr. Maniac, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess, so you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly, as my skirt flutters in the wind again. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I let it slip back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's show it to Natsuki. Let's make Natsuki angry again. She's probably gonna hate the hell out of this one, more so than the last time. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? That's actually funny. That's actually funny. Huh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. She's actually cute with how flustered and mad she is. Not that you'll like it or anything. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. You said eagles twice, damn it. People can try, but that's about it. You forgot the foxes, you dummy. What about the foxes? What does the fox say? I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. You're a fucking liar, bro. What? Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks their writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. There's a point of poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less bad. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. That didn't hit me very hard. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. You're not a pro. There's better poetry out there than you, Natsuki. Sorry to burst your bubble. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica! Oh, it's Monica again. Hi, I'm Monica. Having a good time so far? Yeah, good. Glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. You fucking coward. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. You generic moron. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing. My skirt flutters in the wind again with my fluffy ponytail because of Monica. Don't worry. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. I hand Monica my poem. Great job. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. Well, that's a high compliment. I guess we had some really good word choice. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That was said a while ago. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what? Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally just detached from reality. I don't mean like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for the social interaction and love, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back, and I'll blushy. What did I miss? Nothing really. Well, we all started sharing poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad that you all took the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my new poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. My skirt's better than this poem is, 'cause I'm Monica. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I'll always feel that way, you know. This game is a mess. This is absolutely ridiculous. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me, confused. I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my eyes burned and can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper that sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there, swallowing my fears. I brandish my pen and stab him in the eye through the hole. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the time between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I've been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. Like a vision. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move it around with your hand and write the damn thing. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri! Oh, here we go. It's the special bonus round with Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Hey, what was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Oh, I'm all blushy. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Well, I have, but the main character in this game has not. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Huh? Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traced her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been put through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd like to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if this is a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing like a beautiful woman in a hot spring. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back and show the light my middle finger. Ah, Huh. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I just think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost story? Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn way of putting it. Hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Blah, blah, blah. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so, nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, bro. Me too. Phew. Yeah, well, I think that wraps it up for today. So I'm gonna stop the video right here.